music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Love Is Season 1, Episode 5. It came on yesterday, but I'm no longer trying to get all these reviews done the day they come on because it's just too much. So some of my reviews will come the day after, maybe 2 days after. It just depends on the day of the week. Like on some days, I have 4 shows to review. That's after I get off work. I don't get off work until between 8 and 8:30. So, you know, it's just too much, and I can't do it all. So, yeah, some of these reviews will not be out the same day. Some of them will start being out the following day. And so, just deal with it. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. I'm so sorry, y'all. Drink too much damn water. And after you subscribe to my channel, do not forget to hit the little notification bell because it lets you know when I have new videos up. So, Love Is was a good episode yesterday. I have also decided I don't want to cover or review or comment on future Nasir or future Yuri's commentary. I feel like the show doesn't need it. I get if you're watching it and they're just saying that's how I felt at that time. I don't care. So, you know, that just takes the whole step of it out because at the end of the day, how they telling us they felt years later sort of kind of doesn't matter because y'all together, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, you know, we see the ending of last episode was, you know, Yasir getting mad at Nuri and telling her to go on a ski trip with Keith. And so he leave, wipe the whole I love you thing off the thing. But she does go on the ski trip. And when they were like in the car on the way to the ski trip, you know, you do see Kevin, you do see Keith asking her, you know, was that guy like a sea competition? And she's like, you know, I'm not a prize. They would not just mean like, is that someone else you're dating? And then she says, you know what I'm saying? Well, yes, because I'm free to date whoever I want. I don't have no ring on my finger. And I'm like, well, that's absolutely true, mama. And it's a good thing that she's letting the person know, like, I am dating someone else. And so you can't think like I'm your girlfriend. Like, that ain't what it is. So meanwhile, we see while she on her way to the ski trip, Yasir is in the car with Sean smoking weed with a Mexican. I mean, I like this show, but some parts of it is confusing. And I'll be like, some parts of it, I'll be like, what was the point of this scene? Like, what was the point of showing us Yasir sitting in the car with Sean smoking weed and the Mexican in the back seat who Sean wants to, you know, have work with him like on like a little Mexican handyman work. Really, I don't know. He wants, because women won't trust like men, like them black men in overalls or whatever, but they'll maybe trust a Mexican who can. It's stupid. I just didn't see the point. I didn't see what that had to do with the story. I get they're trying to show Sean and Yasir in different scenes as friends, but at the same time, I just wanted to kind of make sense. And I was like, what this was? What? Okay, so that part was just stupid. But while Nuri was driving them up to the ski lodge, that's what Yasir was doing. So it was what it was. You know, we do see the ski lodge. The trip that he was taking her on was him, but with his like college friends or whatever. So it's his college friends, like their girlfriends. So it's like a little annual trip that they all do. However, they get there, and I'm like, is it a cult? Is it an orgy? Like, why do y'all wear the same sweaters? Like, when I walk in somewhere and everyone has the same sweaters, it's not McDonald's or like Wendy's or something. Is it a cult? I'm like, something's not right here. Something is not right. And, you know, they're happy to see him. They're happy to see him with a girl because it's, you know, that's Keith's girl or whatever. And she's like, hey, everyone. It was a welcoming, you know, opening or whatever. And they wasn't like mean to her, but I'm like, I just feel it's like really cult like or whatever. And Keith was it was just awkward to me. It was just the weirdest shit at all. His friends seem awkward. I'm like, maybe they're all doing meth and we don't know it yet, or they're all, it's a freaking orgy. And they were all in these weird blue cardigans. I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, Nuri does not like Keith. That is clear. I don't know why Keith can't see it. And they're trying to basically they gave Nuri her own blue sweater. Bitch is a cold run. So Keith kind of wants her to put on the sweater. She's like, no, I'm okay. He's like, but you're really cold. Like, wear this like this coat here. It's like, the sweater keeps you warm. She's like, no, I'm okay. I like being cold. And then he said, well, your choice is either to, put on the sweater or I'll warm you up myself. First of all, that's rape. Okay? When you tell somebody I have my own ways to warm you up and either put on a sweater or I'm going to do some things, I'm calling 911. Okay? ASAP. So she puts on the sweater. She puts on the sweater, and on the back of the sweater, it does say Keith's girl. And she's like, oh, okay. Because she don't like Keith. And I'm like, how does Keith not see that she is uncomfortable and that she does not really want to be with him? Now, see, on the back of his shirt, because he says how we all have nicknames. Like, your cardigan has, Keith's girl. His cardigan said Papa Boo. I said, Papa Boo? Papa Boo? Not Boo Papa. Papa Boo. I said, who boo you popping, Keith? Not Nuri. Girl, I just could not do. Check, please. Can we get a check? No one. I would have had to leave like ASAP. I was so confused. Anyway, back with Yasir, he is with Sean. They're like moving some furniture around or whatever. The Mexican is there too, but the Mexican don't speak English. So, Yasir is feeling like he should have went after Nuri. He should not have walked away like he did. He should not have let his ego get him into walking away from Nuri. And Sean like, nah, man, she shouldn't have went on a trip or whatever. Sean and Angela, who are the best friends or are the friends of Nuri and Yasir, give advice differently, but still telling them like to kind of forget about the person. It's the weirdest shit ever. Anyway, Sean like, well, she shouldn't have went. The Mexican says in Spanish, like, if you love her, go get her. He says, man, what did he say? He said, forget that trick. I'm like, first of all, I don't know. I do wonder if it's hard out here for a pimp was out, and that's why he did it in that voice, because it was very much so hustle and flow. And I'm like, Taraji ain't even, it's hard out here for a pimp when he trying to get the money for the rent. So I'm like, was the movie out then? Like, I know this is from like, well, it can't be, because anyway, I don't know, but when he did that, it took me to hustle and flow. Anyway, so he's like, I don't know what I should do. Boy, just kind of forget about it. Back at the ski lodge, again, Keith's friends are very weird to me. I'm just waiting for, like, the master to come in and say, now, my children, we all lay down and drink the punch. It was just weird to me, and I did not know what was going on. Nuri is like, she was comfortable, but uncomfortable. She put a little sweater on or whatever. She was getting along with them, but it was still like, she was still the odd man out because she was not trying to be Keith's girl. And, we see they're all sitting around a little fire or whatever. And she's like, they're all around the fire. She like over there at the table chilling out. Keith's like, it's room over here. And like summons her to come sit on his lap. Bruh, you don't see that she don't want to do that? Oh, man. I hope y'all have been hearing me this whole time, because I think my whole thing has been on pause. If it's not on pause, but it wasn't plugged all the way in. So if y'all have not heard me, matter of fact, I'm going to pause right here to see if y'all can hear me. Because if y'all can't, I got to start all over anyway. So, hold on. Let's see. Yay! I did not have to record it all over. Y'all can still hear me. Yay! Anyway, so, yeah. Keith wants her to come sit on his lap. And I'm like, clearly, you don't get it. Clearly, she is not wanting to be anywhere near you, bro. She's sitting on the other side of the room. So, they then say, Keith's, like, girl, like, I think they kept chanting, like, Keith's girl. I'm like, that's just so weird. No. They were chanting Halle, because when she got there, they told her that she had short hair like Halle Berry. Halle. I'm like, y'all so fucking childish. So she gets up and she goes to sit on Keith's lap. I'm like, that is just not uncalled for. At this point in time, he want to try these? He's offering her mushrooms. Have you ever done shrooms? I'm like, who? don't invite me on a trip and then offer me shrooms. I mean, weed, okay, because everybody smoke weed. Everyone does not do mushrooms, and mushrooms is I just forgot the word. That's cool. It's a damn it. It messes you up. To me, it's like acid. It's like a, what's the word? Why did I forget the word that quick? But y'all know the word I mean. It's a it makes you trip out. And I forgot the word. I cannot think what the word is right now in my own shrooms. Anyway, he's offering her mushrooms to kind of take or whatever. It'll get you loosened up. I'm like, first of all, that's a rapist to say. And she look around, and like some of them have took the mushrooms and they're kissing and stuff, getting freaky deaky. And she's like, I've never. So she's like, I've never tried it before, but don't, okay, don't do it, bitch. Just don't do it. He then says, oh, just try one. So he took a bite of it, gave her to her. She was about to take a bite. I said, bitch, you stupid. What is wrong with you? And then one of the friends then said, yep, when all of y'all are tripping out, you know what I'm saying, and y'all don't know what to do, and y'all calling me or having to come to the hospital because y'all think y'all finna die. Yeah, because it, it sends you on a mind trip. And so she changed her mind. And so she, oh, oops, I dropped it. I can't eat it now. And so he eats it instead of her. It's the weirdest thing because at this point in time, everyone is high on mushrooms and kissing. I said, you know what? I told y'all it's a goddamn orgy. Okay? I told you that's what was going on. They're orgying out right now. And it's the weirdest thing ever. It's weird. So you see Keith, you can hear people having sex. Like you can clearly hear people having sex, and Keith is like, could you hear that? Keith is really listening. I mean, Keith is like, he's nasty. He's like, Keith, come on, you can't be doing this. He tripping. Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh, it's so hot. Now he's tripping. I'm like, what? And they're like, oh my god, what are you doing? He takes off all of his clothes. I mean, like butt, booty naked, but he left his socks on, which is just weird. Anyway, she's like, you're naked in the living room. I don't care. We all have bodies. Let's get naked. I'm like, no, Keith. No, that's not what's going on here. But he's like, that's Todd and Kristen in there. They're doing it or whatever. She's a lucky girl. But he's high. And he's like, don't you want to touch me? She's like, no. She's like, no, Keith. And it wasn't like a rapey. For a second, I said, okay, it's going a little bit rapey. Okay, he keeps approaching her. It's going a little bit rapey. I'm going to need her not to get raped on the ski trip. Like, it's going a little rapey. But then she's like, no, I don't want to do that or whatever. I'm good, you know what I'm saying? Before I came up here, I met someone. I like someone, you know what I'm saying? I don't want. He's like, don't you want me? Don't you want to be with me? She's like, no, I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't want to have sex with you. I'm like, finally, she says it. So at this point in time, she's like, you're drunk, you're high, this is crazy, I cannot believe what's going on. But because she said, I don't want to be with you, I don't want to have sex with you, now he's crying. And he's naked crying. It's nothing worse than a man being naked and crying. Trust and believe, I've seen it. It's the weirdest thing ever. And he's like, I thought you would fit in. You're perfect in this way. That my friends like you. You're smart, you're intelligent, you're successful. I just thought, you would be here. And she's like, it's okay. You'll find someone eventually or whatever. She's like, I try to be the best person. I try to be successful, whatever. But I'm everything, but I'm avoiding the one thing that I am. I said, now see, I knew this was coming too. I really did. She said, it's okay. You'll find the right girl. He says, Nuri, I like Todd. Nuri, I'm gay. I said, I knew it. Okay, I said, I knew it. Not that he was gay, but I felt he was bisexual only because when he when he kept talking to her, it was just a little bisexual-ish. Okay, just a little bit bisexual-ish. And she was like, what? He's like, I like Todd, you know what I'm saying? Atlas so lucky, whatever. She wraps him up in a blanket as he cries in her arms. And he says something like, it's hard when you find the one you want, but you still can't be with them. Because he's like, I like Todd. And when they first got to the cabin, there was a part where Todd and his girl was like flirting with each other. And he was like, okay, that's enough now. Like he was jealous. And I said, oh, excuse me, it makes sense. He has a crush on Todd, and it's hard for him to see Todd with someone else when he wants Todd. I'm like, okay, Keith is bisexual. Okay, I get it, is what it is. So from there, I'm like, things can't get any worse from there. So Nuri is back, at home or whatever. She left the little ski trip, And she's just like, okay, let me look at my voicemail. Okay, he hasn't called me, left me no message. I have nothing from you, Seer. Why hasn't he called me? Call me. And he didn't do that. And so she is thinking of calling him because she has the number to the house sitting at her phone. And she's like, okay, should I call him? Should I not call him? She's like, I won't call him. But then she goes to work. So at work, she's still like, should I call him? Should I not call him? So she does like pick the phone up, but then she puts it back down. So when Angela walks up, she's like, what are you doing? Oh, nothing, okay. So they're like, we got a meeting, whatever comes to the meeting. And then she's still standing looking like, oh my God, should I call? Should I not call? I just like, girl, don't you call that woman's house no more. Like she told you before, don't call her house. And you should just respect that. Nuri then says, but they're just roommates. Like she's just his roommate. So like I should be able to call for the roommate. No, you can't. Simply because she asked you, don't call again. And I think when she asked you that was still a place of this is my house or whatever. But at the same time, he lived there. It's a tough decision. Anyway, she says, well, fine. Call the other woman and ask to speak to your man. Girl, at that point, I was, what, bitch? You got to me goddamn jokes. So she's fine. So she does call. Okay, she does call. Now, you see her is sitting or laying on the couch. And the phone is ringing. The phone rang a good 6-7 times before he moved off the couch. I say, bitch, you don't hear the phone ringing, you see her? Get your ass up and answer the phone. Because he's still sitting thinking about what can I do? So right when he answers the phone, she hangs up. I said, first of all, if that had been me, I would have star 6-7 ass. No, star 6-9. Was star 6-9? Star 6-7 was like you can call the person back who just called you, and then or was that star 6-9? Because one of them like blocks your number from being seen if you call someone, and then the other option it lets you call. I should call. I wonder if that still works on phones. I want to star 6-7 or star 6-9 somebody and see if they can call me back. I don't know. We gotta figure it out. Anyway, she hangs up and he like, and so he knew who it was. I would have at least waited to hear who answered. Because if he answered, you can talk. If she answered, then you can hang up the phone. But you should not be playing on phones. Goddamn it, Nuri. So that part is kind of crazy. Anyway, she hangs up. So Angela says, like, if God wants y'all together, he'll make a way. No need for two black women fighting over a man. And I feel like this. Angela says the right things in the wrong way at the wrong times. She means well for Nuri. She does want Nuri to not get caught up in the melee and the bullshit of this man who she assumes she's just so much in love with. But in hindsight, it's like, who is in love that quick? So again, she's saying rational thing, well, not rational. She's saying the right things, just in the completely wrong way, and it's coming off like a bit haterish, bitch. Like how they say everybody got that bitter friend. Angela sometimes answer questions in bitter bitch voice. You know what I'm saying, girl, fuck him. I can't stand that you want to be a man. It's a bitter bitch voice. It's a bitter bitch response. So it's like you might be saying the right thing, but you saying it in the completely wrong way. So, we do see that she's at work. We see that she sees Keith for the first time since the thing. And they're like chit-chatting or whatever. She's like, oh yeah, it's cool or whatever. Had a great time. It was fun. And then she's like, are we like not acknowledging what happened or whatever? He's like, what are you talking about? She's like, the whole I'm gay thing. He's like, oh, I didn't mean that. I just said that because, I felt like you were nervous, so I wanted you to feel better, so that's what I did. I'm looking like, you goddamn liar. Anyway, if you've been watching for this long, the code to put in for today, the numbers are 25, 36, 25. Pick one of them numbers, put one of them numbers in, and then pick a letter of the alphabet. So one of them numbers and any letter of the alphabet is what the code is. So we do see when Keith kind of walks away after saying like, I was joking, she's like, oh, okay, whatever. You see he kind of looked like, whew, like he was relieved that him saying he was joking kind of went over well. But I'm looking like, we know you're not telling a story. You probably are a gay man and you don't know how to, come out to this because you're in this world of, whatever. But boy, you're lying. Anyway, we do see Nuri get stuck at work working with Norma because she was kind of being a kiss ass a little bit and was trying to say, okay, bye Norman, I'm leaving for the day. See, this is my thing. When I leave my workplace every day, I say bye to people as I'm walking out the door. Okay, I don't go to anyone's office and say, hey, I'm leaving for the, no, I barely say bye, because actually by the time I leave, everybody gone. But like if we get off early or whatever, I'm out, bitch. Gotta go. Because what happens is you end up saying, okay, guys, you need something to leave. And they say, you know what? We do need you to call, you know what I'm saying, for these 5 new kids coming in. But nope, gotta go. Sorry, can't do it. Anyway, so she got pulled into working a little bit more on scripts and scenes to make things more funny with Norman. So before she is stuck there for the time, she asked Angela, like, Angela, I need you to go to the coffee house and just tell me if Yasir is there. If he's there, page me the number 1. If he isn't there, page me number 2. And then, you know, we'll go from there. So, you know, at this point in time, she is sitting with Norman, going over stuff, and she's oh so bored, but she wants to really leave. So when Angela pages her, I was going to say text, when Angela pages her with a 1 because he's there, she's like, oh my God, he's there. She's happy. But again, Norman wants to work. So, but he was talking about how he loves to be married, how he believes in like zodiac signs and not therapists and psychics and stuff like that. She's like, you know what? You should talk to my mother. Because at this point, she's trying to distract him enough so that she can leave to go get to the coffee shop to catch Yasir. So she calls her mom, who we know is all into astrology and psychics and all that other stuff. And then they start talking, and he's like, what? 7 is what? So of course they all into it. Her mom was all into it because she likes it, and so is Norman. So they get so distracted, she's able to leave work early. Well, you know, it was. So at that point in time, she gets to the coffee house. Yasir is still there. And then she kind of just walks up and just kind of stands next to him. And then she sits down. And they were okay for like a good 15 seconds. And then from there, it went to shits. Okay? At this point in time, they're arguing. And if they arguing, it's like, Yasir, lower your voice. I don't care about these people. I care about me and you. I said, you know what? That's the kind of person I do not want to be with. Don't embarrass me all up and through this goddamn coffee house. When we come back in here, I have to be like, you know what I'm saying? I know you was acting crazy last time, and y'all probably thinking why I'm with him. He's a nice guy. No, don't you be embarrassing me in these public streets now, bruh. Now, I feel like the argument was because Yasir is still in his feelings or whatever. Yasir was telling her how, you know, you shouldn't have left. You should have stayed. You should have told him that I'm in love with him or whatever. You know, I made room for you and you just left. You know, so I made room for you in my life and you left me. I said, you made room for where? On Ruby's couch or Sean's couch? You don't have nothing to make boy look. You don't even have a car. So what room did you make? Okay, where did that happen? So because she's like, yeah, you know, I can't believe you would say that, you know what I'm saying? I skipped out on work 2 times to be with you. And before I met you, I put nothing before my job. My job meant everything to me. And I have been risking losing my job just to spend time with you. And I don't even really know you, bro, at all. And so when he then says, I don't care about your job, I care about you and a lifetime together, I still felt like that was disrespectful, because my thing is, you have to always take into play what that other person feels. And if she feels like my job is the most important thing to me at this point in life, and I'm risking that because you're worth it, you can't then say, I don't care about your job. I said, Yasir, I don't like you, bro. And you real, like, Yasir in these scenes sometimes is real self-righteous, like him saying, I'm better than whoever else, even though you have whole situations that you are bringing to her table. Even though she on the table. But you know what I'm saying? She on the table, he on the house. It goes together. Anyway, I just felt like he was wrong as hell for making it seem as if her risking her job or her putting him before her job meant nothing, simply because he has nothing and put her before getting something. Bruh, sit down some damn where. So at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, he gets up and leaves. Is that who you are, Yasir? You just get up and walk away? He says, right now I am, and he leaves. I said, look, Neri, this is the 3rd time he has either closed the door or walked away from you because of his ego. Girl, even I said, girl, don't do it, okay? Because whenever he gets upset, he leaves you in the lurch. Like, he just leaves you sitting there by yourself, and it's a bunch of fucking bullshit, if you ask me. So at this point in time, we see Nuri gets home. She's upset. She's kind of crying a little bit. She's just pacing the floor. She's crying. She's angry. She's mad. She's hurt. She's, you know, it's all these emotions and feelings. But she's getting herself together. She's like, you know, okay. You know, after you cry a little bit, and you were like, okay, suck it up, girl. You know, your tears got out. Suck it up right now. So she then checks her mail because she's sucking it up. So she's checking her mail. Oh, she forgot that she put the other mail on the mantle the day before she went out of town. So when she picks the mail up, the note from Yasir falls to the ground. And then she reads it. Because again, she has not read this note the whole time. And so the note says, I love you. I'm looking for you. Call me at Sean's house. And it has Sean's number. And says, please don't go on the ski trip. So she's like, oh my God. Because now she's like, that's why he was so pissed, because he wrote me that note. And I went thinking, I planned to go thinking he had not been looking for me. He wasn't thinking about me. He doesn't love me. But he wrote me a note telling me to not do something. And I went and did it anyway. Even though that's what happened, it does not give you the right to act the way he acted. It pissed me the hell off. So because he wrote it and left it for her, she called in Sean's house, ain't nobody answering. She drove by the coffee shop, ain't nobody there. She then drove to their house, to Ruby's house and Yasir's house, and she's slowly walking up the stairs, and she's trying to get the balls to knock on the door, because she's like, she told me don't call. I don't think she said don't show up. Nah, that's a whole different thing. So she's about to knock on the door, and before she does, she's like, so she walks away. But as she's walking away, Ruby comes and opens the door. I say, Ruby wants to be one of them, like, knows people who see somebody at my door. Let me see who it is. So as Nuri's walking away, she's like, are you lost? And she was like, yeah, I'm lost. She's like, well, who are you looking for? She was like, it's okay, I have the wrong place. And then she leaves. But Ruby looks at her like, bitch, I know you. There's something about you that's real familiar, bitch. It's something real familiar. But Nuri walks away, and then Ruby's left at the door, and then she ain't got nothing else to do. She's still having some surgery. So she then drives home, sad because she could not find Yasir. And anytime, any place by Janet Jackson comes on playing, I'm looking like, what's going on here? She pulls up, and Yasir's on her porch, sitting and waiting for her. So of course they kiss, because oh my God, we had a whole fight, and I came right to your house and you wasn't here, and I was gonna sit here and wait for you. You know what I'm saying? What you should have did was, earlier, before when he dropped the note off, you should have just waited at her house. You should have just sat there and waited. So this time, you know what, I needed to sit here and wait and be patient. And then she got this, and she was also happy too, but she was out looking for him, so it was a good thing. And so they're in the house, kissing and hugging, getting naked, about to do it. Okay, about to do it. And at this point, if you start watching, put a comment in. Your comment should be your favorite movie of all time. Okay, so her and Yasir kissing and hugging, kissing, about to do the damn thing, and then he stops her and says, but you said you didn't want to have sex with anyone in your house unless he was your husband. And they're not married. You know what I'm saying? Even though they want to be together forever, they're not legally married. So they kind of stop. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute, they stop. But then I'm like, wait, but they still doing it. Like, now they naked, like they doing stuff. What's going on? Like, did somebody get ordained online? You can't do that. Well, that's back in the day. But like, did someone quickly marry? Like, what's going on? Like, or is it thing of, I know you're gonna be my husband, so I can have sex with you? No. Her rule was, I won't have sex with anybody in my house, in my bed, unless he's my husband. So they just had sex outside, on the ground, on the patio, outside the house walls. I said, well, you know what? That's a compromise. However, I said, bitch, my first time I have sex with nobody, I'm not having sex outside on the ground on the cement. You know how hard the cement is? You know how hard and just not comfortable sex on the ground is? Bitch, I know. Okay, say that. Anyway, I'm like, some spontaneous whatever, let's get down on outside or whatever. Okay, I get that. But I'm like, y'all first time, you going to say, hey, let me put my mattress outside. You know what I'm saying? To put like one little blanket on the concrete and a pillow, my knees will be all messed up. Okay, I'm saying, how my knees, the elbows, I'm saying, head, shoulders, knees, and toes is gonna all be messed up, bitches. And I can't do this, but they did, honey. They did it all the way through. They had cover, they had the little pillows, they had all the candles lit, and then started raining, and so the rain was pouring down on them. I said, well, okay now, isn't this beautiful? The first time y'all having sex outside in the rain on your back porch. I mean, I guess, I'm saying, not too thottish or whatever. But yeah, and that was the whole first this episode. So put your comments in the comment section below. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.